Alright, what's going on, guys? So it is my last day here in Japan, and I've got a spot picked out somewhat locally that we're going to be fishing, and we're going to try to catch one of these things. So this is a big scaled redfin. Now this one is a very colorful adult, and I don't think we're going to catch any of these. The ones we're going to catch probably look a little bit more like this one, so a little bit more of a dull silverish gray color. Now all this of course is assuming that the spot I have picked out actually has fish and actually has these fish, and that we can catch these fish, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, just enjoy the journey here from my hotel to the fishing spot in Osaka. Alrighty, so we made it. Hope you enjoyed the sights from my journey here from my hotel to this little canal here on the other side of Osaka. It's a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be after looking at it on Google Maps. So I think it's a little bit too big for my 6-foot Tanago rod. So I'm going to use my regular kind of ultralight here, and we'll see if we can catch something. Got a little Tanago hook with a little bit of gulp maggot and a split shot. There's fish in here, they're just moving around really fast. They don't seem to be hanging out in one spot for too long. So that was a bite. So I think we can probably catch something here today. Oh, I had that one too. These guys are tough. They're very, very skittish. I had a bite on my first drop, but then ever since then, it's been tough trying to get these guys to bite them. And switching from the gulp to the bread, they kind of want both, but also kind of don't want either. So I think if we try hard enough, we can get one of these guys eventually. Got him. Let's go. Don't drop him now. Get him up over the grass here. All right. Let's take a look at this thing. All right, so there it is. I think it's that whatever species I said we were going to target in the beginning. Why do these guys always have to fall off the hook and into the dirt? And why are they always such a big pain to handle? That just makes it harder on them. Why can't they just relax? I'll unhook them, take a nice picture, get them back in the water quickly. But all this flopping around really makes it tough on them. But yeah, we got one of those. I don't know if there's other species in here, if all the fish I'm seeing are the same one. But we'll keep fishing and we'll see what else we can find here. Got him. Don't drop this guy, don't drop this guy. Let's go. Alright, so of course, like almost instantly after I got this guy over the bank, he fell off the hook. So there's our second one of those guys. It's not easy to catch him, but let's keep fishing. Let's catch some more. Maybe we'll catch something else. Got him. Let's get him on in here. Alright, so we got another one, and just like all the other ones, he flipped off of the hook into a whole bunch of dirt and has been flopping around all over the place ever since. These guys look really similar to like common shiners, or like anything in that sort of genus, striped shiner and whatnot. Obviously, definitely not, but it still amazes me sometimes how There's species found all over the world that are nowhere near related, but somehow they evolve to look really, really similar, sometimes almost identical. Like these guys look like common shiners. Yesterday we caught one of those things that looked like a Microfishing genus shiner. I don't know, just cool how evolution works sometimes. But let's keep going. Got him. Let's take a look at this one. Hopefully he doesn't fall off the hook here. Alright, so this is neither good news or bad news, but it is news. So I thought the mouth on these guys looked a little funny, a little bit different than what should have been on those large scale red fins or whatever those things were called that I showed you a picture of in the beginning. And I sent these to a local, and he told me what they were. I already forgot what they were. Some sort of a chub, I think he said. But yeah, this is not the target species that was supposed to be in here. So I do think there's at least two different species here, because I'm seeing some of these bigger ones that are actually going for the bait, and they're more like in the middle of the water column. And then there's like these smaller ones over on the bottom that look to be like in the sand, filter feeding and whatnot. But let's keep going. Let's try to catch whatever that other species is. Hopefully that's the target species that we came here for. Got him. Let's take a look at this thing. Alright, so we got another one of these guys, and if these guys would just learn how to relax, they'd be back in the water so much faster. But so hard to work with these guys. Thankfully this guy at least stayed on the hook. He did not flop into the dirt like almost all the other ones I caught. But again, this is going to be that same species we've been catching, that chub thing that looks like a common shiner. I do think there is another species in there because they just look different and they behave different. But I think we're going to call it in this spot. I'll walk to another spot on this canal. We'll see if we have more luck over there. Alright, so let's try this spot for a little bit. There's not as many fish here as the last spot, but let's try to catch one or two here, and then we'll probably call it a day because it is very hot and there is no shade here. We had a little bit of shade in the last spot, but most of this canal is just completely exposed to the sun on both banks. But we'll try to get one fish here. Got him. Is this something different or the same? This is something different. Alrighty, so we got the photo tank out for this guy. I was able to get down to the water since we're a little bit closer to the water here. And forgot the name of this thing. I believe we caught one of these yesterday, but there's also another species in the same genus that looks very similar. You just gotta look at the barbel and figure out if it's longer than or shorter than the width of the pupil. So I'll do that later on because live and in person is a little difficult. If it's longer than the pupil, then it's the same species we got yesterday. If it's shorter than the pupil, it'll be a new species. So I think I got some good pictures of it. Let's get him back and let's keep going. Maybe there's another species in here. Oh, he bit. What is this? Alright, so this is another one of those like feisty chub shiner looking things that we caught plenty of in the beginning of the video. So it's hot. I'm not really seeing too much over in this spot, and I think we're going to call it a day on that. Got him. Okay, let's take a look at this. Is this just a mosquito fish? Alright, so as I was getting ready to wrap it up, I just looked down and I saw these really, really tiny little guys here. And I thought they might have been Japanese rice fish. So I spent way too much time trying to catch them. But I think this is just going to be either an eastern or a western mosquito fish. So that's too bad. But yeah, now let's go ahead and let's wrap it up. Alright guys, so that's going to do it, and what another hot day. And to make it somewhat worse, the target species was not acquired, so I couldn't find those big scale redfin things. I don't know if the information that I got online was wrong or not, but it very well might have been. Maybe whoever said they were redfin, whatever thingy's in here, misidentified them, which is totally possible because the source I got wasn't the most reliable. But either way, we still got at least one new species, maybe two new species. Got to figure out what that the third to last fish was. And I'm really disappointed because I spent too much time here at the end targeting those really, really little things. I was hoping they were like a Japanese rice fish, but I'm very, very confident that those are just some sort of Gambusia species, probably western mosquito fish. I'm going to see if I could count the dorsal rays to figure out for sure, but it's almost certainly an eastern or a western. But yeah, so that's going to do it here. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.